Hi, in this video, I'm going to teach you how to actually use your kit. So many times I see people going out, they're buying crystals, they're buying things for their meditation station, they're getting things set up, and they're hoping that the stones or the gemstones that they get are just going to magically work for them. Well, that's not really how it works. We have to do a few things to get our kits to be powerfully charged and activated so they do what we intend for them to do. Now, you need to know a couple of things. One, you need to understand that everything is energy, and energy flows where our attention goes. So it is our intention to put this energy, our own energy and intentions, into our kits. So there's a few things to do: cleaning them, getting them ready, setting our intentions, and understanding exactly how our kit is to be used and how we can make it powerful for us. Okay? If we're ready, let's get to it and let's get started. Okay, so as you know, if your kit is in front of you, this might be the best way to go through this video, is to get all your kit contents and get everything in front of you, so then you can go through it as I explain what each one does and everything that you need to do to get it ready. So the first thing, of course, you're going to unpack it. You don't have to display it like what I have here, but you're going to want to start manipulating and touching and putting your blessings and your energy into the items of your kit. That's the very first thing you're going to do. And I was telling people on the Q&A that when we get something in the mail, isn't that what we do? Like something we're excited about, we get in and we start touching it and feeling it and manipulating it. That is starting to embed your energy into the kit. Okay, one of the things you're going to want to do as you are starting to unpack, and it's okay if you've already unpacked it, but if you haven't, this could be one thing that you could do. Otherwise, you could do it anyways, is just setting the overall intention for your kit. Initially, is this kit going to be a healing kit for you? Is it going to be something that just brings in balance and harmony? Is it going to help you to manifest great things in your life? This is something that you're wanting to start to set the intention of your overall kit. You can change this intention as you go along in life. When I first got mine, it was for balancing my chakras, and then after that, it became more about manifesting the things that I want to physically enjoy or experience in my life. So and remember, energy can shift, you can release it, you can bring it in, you can let it go. You can redirect it. You can do anything you want with energy. That's kind of the best part about it. And it's about our focus and our intentions. So first of all, set your intention of what this kit is going to do overall in your life right now. And let's make sure that you have everything that you need in your kit, what the things are called. So as I'm going through it, you know what I'm talking about. So initially you're going to get, and I made these special for you guys to give some education, but also some really powerful information to start creating some inspiration and transformation. Your intention cards or your chakra cards, sometimes Amy calls them flash cards. One side, well, I won't go into the details because that's the next slide, but you should have all your chakra cards. There should be 8 of them, 1 for each chakra. The next is your rose quartz. This should be in raw form, meaning that it's not tumbled and rounded and shiny. It's in its raw, powerful healing form. The next is your selenite charging crystal, which could look like this. We ordered the long rods, the charging plates, but it's this beautiful long flat crystal. One of my absolute favorite crystals. The next is a chakra bracelet. Yours could be this one, which is lava stone. Maybe you ordered the rose quartz or the howlite or the tiger's eye. We had a couple for you to choose from, but either way, you should have a bracelet in there with the stones that represent each chakra. The next, you should have 8 gemstones that are for each chakra, including your power stone, which is the clear quartz. And then you would have a silk display cloth in a variety of colors. I just happen to have the green one here. So now let's go into detail for each one of the items that you have in your kit and understand what it can do for you and how you get it activated. Okay, let's start right away with the chakra cards. Now, like I said, I created these not only to give you guys some knowledge, but to really give you some powerful tools on how you can get a snapshot of information to just help you start to move along in balancing that particular chakra. So you have 1 card for each chakra. Now, I'm going to pull one out here and pull out the heart chakra. On the front side, you're going to have the information about the chakra, the location, the what it does, what it feels like, some of the gemstones that will help to heal the chakra. Of course, the color of the card represents the color of that particular chakra. However, the heart chakra is two colors, it's green and pink. And it can say why it's blocked, what it's associated with, and the inner teachings, like what is this one supposed to help us to evolve into? So love and compassion. Then on the back, you have the purpose of this chakra. I don't know, can you guys see that? There we go. What its physical attributes are responsible for. Because remember, each chakra is associated with different musculature, different physical attributes, different emotional, and different nerve endings and organs. So that's kind of how we know if something physically is going on, or mental or emotional is going on in our life, we can attribute that to one of the chakras. That lets us know which one is blocked or which one needs to be clean and cleared or which one maybe isn't spinning. And then we work on that chakra and it starts to let that flow back into our life. So if you're having relationship issues, this one's your chakra. But they can tell you what it feels like when it's balanced. It can tell you what it feels like when it's blocked, when it's overactive, meaning that it's too big or it's spinning too fast, or underactive, which the opposite, too small, or spinning slowly, or not spinning at all, what it feels like, or how to open it, and then what affirmations you can use. So there's the back side of the heart chakra. Now, let's say it is a heart chakra. Let's use that theme through this whole teaching to give you an idea. But I want you to, get these cards out and kind of look at them and understand what the chakra is. Like, become one with it, like really start to know what this chakra means and what it represents in your overall experience. But when you use these cards, this is going to be where you're focusing on one chakra at a time. Okay. So you're going to read and contemplate the information on the front. You can use it, how it feels when it's balanced. I already told you that stuff and the affirmations. Okay. So now we're going to keep the heart chakra through there. So let's say in my kit, that's the one I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to get that card out. Now let's keep moving on, keeping in mind, we're going to work on relationships. Maybe we're working on not only creating that love and compassion in our relationship, but also maybe we could be healing past relationship pain. We've all been there. Breakups suck. Divorces suck. Past pain where there's distrust, where there's any kind of cheating, any kind of pain or disloyalty, it really affects our chakras. And this is a way you can start to clean and clear them. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to rose quartz. Now your rose quartz may be a different size. We tried to find the biggest ones we can get. This one I bought locally, my giant rose quartz. Now, when we are, well, let me just back up just a teeny bit. When we get our stuff, you want to, again, set your overall intention for the kit. And let's say this one's going to be for relationships. I'm going to be embedding in my cards. I want to touch them. I want to feel them. I maybe do something special to protect the energy, but I'm going to send my intention into these cards that are for me and my relationship. Okay, so maybe I'll get this one out, but I'm going to use all of the cards, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a little bit when we talk about the bracelet. But so I'm going to get this one out. Maybe I'll say a little prayer, or I'll give it a blessing that say I'm hoping, or I'm intending for these cards to work for my heart chakra as I intend. It is so. And then that's just a nice little blessing. And then you set that aside. Okay. Now let's move forward to our rose quartz. I'm going to do the same thing. This is for my relationship. I'm hoping to heal past pain as well as find true love as I move forward. This is my intention for this particular gemstone. As I intend, it is so. Okay. Then I just embed, I pray, you can clear it with some incense, some sage. You can set it out in a full moon. You can clean and clear it in some beautiful running water that's natural, like a natural spring or a small river or creek. Maybe you can even go to the ocean. Depends on where you live. But I am setting the intention for this stone to work with my relationships, and then I'm going to set that aside. So this is your healing stone. You could place this by you as you meditate. You can hold on to it. You can put it somewhere near you while you're sleeping. Again, set the intention, because everything is energy and energy flows where our attention goes. Set the intention for the stone. This is going to encourage healing, maybe healing that past pain. Meditate with this stone in your hand with that intention. Okay? All right. Moving on to my very, 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 very favorite stone. This is your selenite. Now, your selenite is going to look different than mine. This is a selenite rod. It's a little bit rounder. I don't know if you can pretty much see that. You probably have a selenite plate that you got with your kit. However, they work the same. The most beautiful thing about selenite is that this does not need to be clean, clear, or activated. It continues to hold its energy and kind of self-cleaning. I'm not sure how that works, but I absolutely love the idea of it. What this does is it also absorbs negative energy that maybe gets embedded or into your other crystals. Also, the energy around you. You can use this as a cleansing crystal for your own energy. You could hold this in your hand and meditate upon it. And again, you're going to want to set the intention that this stone becomes all powerful for you in this particular intention for this kit right now. You can always change your intention later. Once you've gotten through and your relationship is beautiful and blossoming and you have let the other pain of the relationship go, you can set a new intention. Thank you for making sure that you are thanking your crystals. Thank you for bringing me the relationship I intended. Now we're going to set a new intention and you just redirect your energy. Okay. So it does not need to be recharged. It recharges and it recharges your other items. So I don't know if you can see. I'll try to get this where you can see it very well. Let's say you have this set out and you want to charge some of your stones, is you can just beautifully display them next to, can you guys see that? Yeah. Next to your selenite rod and set the intention that the selenite then charges these particular stones for you and your meditation. Cool, huh? And yours, because mine's a rod, yours is a plate, you can actually set your stones right on top of there, send a little blessing, send your intention, set your intention, say your intention, and just let the energy go. Okay? All right. Moving on to the next, your chakra bracelet. Now yours are going to be, could be a little different. This is lava stone. You may have a different stone, but you should have the same 7 beads that represent each chakra. Okay. So here's how I would use this. This to me is like your mini meditation mala bead. Now we do have the big mala beads that have 108 beads, but these ones have anywhere between 22, 24, a rare 26, but that's probably a pretty big bracelet. But here's what I would do. I would start at the end of the purple, because as you're going to come around, you're going to set your intention for your mala beads. And let's say this is going to be about healing past relationship pain. Okay. So you're going to figure out what your mantra, your intention. So I set my intention, which is going to be helping me to heal past pain. Then I'm going to figure out my mantra and I'm going to say release. I want this pain to be released from my body. So I'm going to release a past pain, release the person, release the guilt, release, whatever, however you want to set that intention, that mantra all the way around. Then when you come to this bead, this is your root chakra, the red one, this is a red garnet, and you're going to say, allow my root chakra to release this pain. Allow my sacral chakra to release this pain. Allow my solar plexus, allow my heart to release the pain and release the grief from this relationship. You notice I focus a little bit more on the heart chakra because that's the one that is attached to my current intention. Release the words from the complaining of the relationship. Release the vision and of the things that I saw in the relationship that hurt me so much. And release the complete pain from my body and from my spiritual experience. And that's it. Isn't that a powerful way to use your bracelet? Then you put that baby on and you wear it all day, knowing that this is setting the intention and releasing the pain from your body. You will notice that the pain that you feel, the things that you're going through right now become lighter and lighter and lighter. So that's how I would use my chakra bracelet with my meditation kit. Okay, moving on to the next. Now, using your 8 stones. Now, there are 8 stones, 1 for each chakra, and you get this beautiful clear quartz, which is your power stone. We're going to talk about that in a second. So how would I use my 8 stones. Well, we'll talk about the 7 stones. But here's how I would use the 2. So you just saw me how I use the bracelet and the intention for each of the chakras as it relates to releasing my pain from my past relationship and or allowing new love to come into my life. So I would start with this particular topic, I would start with my rose quartz. This is about relationships and it's about healing. So I would put this one in my hand. I would set the intention. Now, remember, you should have all done this with all of your stones when you first got your kit, or as you have your kit right now, is each stone. You're going to bless each stone. You're going to embed your energy into the stone, and you could put it under your pillow. You could carry it in your pocket. But I would set the intention that this stone becomes all powerful for you. Now, this is a solar plexus. This is a beautiful tiger eye stone. I'm blessing this one right now. So if you actually got this stone, this has many blessings in it for you during this recording and as I'm healing it. But make sure you put your energy into it. But I would set an intention and I would say a blessing. Let this tiger eye be the most powerful stone for my solar plexus in any time that I need it. Because maybe right now, you don't need it to be powerful for you because you're not working on your solar plexus. So maybe you don't have a specific intention. It could be, I set the intention that as I have or manipulate this stone or use this, and when I say manipulate, I just mean, like you have it in your hand and you're playing with it or you're holding it during your meditation, is that I set the intention that this stone balances or unblocks, cleans and clears my solar plexus. As I intend, it is so. That gives you the confidence that you put in your order and here it's coming. So that's how I would start to, and then you could put it in your pocket, you could put it under your pillow, but that's how I would start to embed my energy and my intention into each stone. So knowing each stone that you have is for that particular root, that particular chakra. This is your root chakra. And I would say, I intend that this opens or cleans and clears my root chakra. And as I intend, it is so. And that's it. And then you just move on to the next one and you say the same thing. Okay. Now let's go back to the beginning here where we're talking about our rose quartz. This is the one I'm going to use today in my meditation because I'm working on my relationship. Now I've got 2 things that you can do. You can use your rose quartz. Let's say you're using this one for healing because rose quartz is for healing and it's going to be healing the past pain. Now remember what I said about your clear quartz. I'm going to add this in here before we talk about clear quartz next, but this is your power stone, meaning that this can activate the other stone. This can take on the rose quartz intention. So I can use this one to release the pain, and I can use this one to allow new love into my life. Now, this is like your wild card. If I was working on, let's say I was working on money, I wanted to bring in more money, I could use this one to help unblock and unclear and release maybe my victimhood mentality. And I could use this one to allow prosperity to come into my life because this one can take on the energy properties of this one. Cool, huh? Okay. So that's how I would do that. Now you're going to bless them. You can carry them around. I think I mentioned everything that's in there and and as you set your intention for the stone is use that stone for that one intention until that intention comes true. You don't want to bog it down too much, right? So you want the intention to be powerful and you don't want it to be split. So if you have more intentions as far as your relationship goes, you have 2 right here. Actually, you have 3 as far as this relationship goes for this particular one, for this particular set. But if you needed another for solar plexus and you have 2 that you can set the intentions because this one can take on the properties of the tiger's eye or tiger eye. But if you need another one, you can call us, write us, whatever. We can get you something as far as mala beads or a bracelet to also help if you need something else. Okay. All right, moving on to clear quartz, just to wrap this one up. I already mentioned it's your power stone because it can represent any chakra and it can take the properties of that particular chakra. It's the master healer. It also represents in your crown chakra. So it can be a crown chakra because you also have an amethyst in your kit. So those 2 can go together, but this could be crown chakra by itself. But it also amplifies the energy of the other crystals. So just by being around, it helps to amplify the power of these other crystals. So that's why we made sure to include the clear quartz in your kit. Okay, moving on now to the silk pouch. Okay, using your silk display cloth. Now, I think you guys have probably heard us talk about it 1,000 times, but using silk helps to protect the energy of the stones, which is why we always recommend that if you order mala beads is that you get, I don't have one sitting right here, but you get one of our silk pouches to store it in. Like I have, here's, now we don't sell this one. This one is mine that I got, actually I got as a gift for performing a wedding for a very good friend of ours. But a silk pouch that I use for these mala beads protects the energy of these mala beads. And you notice this is throat chakra, and I'm giving a video and I'm talking. So I set the intention that I would give nuggets of inspiration towards your transformation today. But then when I'm not using them, I store them in a silk pouch. What you're going to do, you can use this as a beautiful display cloth. Notice I have a different color today. You can use this as a beautiful display cloth to display all your items as you are using them. Okay? I don't know, can you guys see that? Let's do this. So you can, you can put your display them on the silk, and understanding that it is protecting the energy of the intention that you have set into each of these items. And as you have them on display, they are protected. Okay? So you can do that. Another thing that you can do, you don't necessarily need to do it this way, but you could, is let's say you have set the intention for healing in your relationship, okay? And let's say you put in a couple of your stones, is that now you could so beautifully wrap them up and you could display them by your bedside. These are completely protected in this cloth, okay? So that's another thing that you can do. And just displaying them, having these beautiful colors, this particular color would be the third eye. So, the color that you're drawn to is a color that you are open to working on and ready to open. If you are repelled by that color, like you hate the color red, which is your root chakra, that is the color that you probably need to work on, but you're not ready to, which is why you're repelled by it. Okay, so that's just my 2 cents on that. I hope that that gives you all of the information that you need to start using your kit, to embed your energy, to set your intentions, and to start healing, connecting, and creating. I can't wait to see you guys in the next course.